estás?
How do you say yarrow?
Welcome to How Do You Say Yarrows?
How do you say yarrow? How do you say yarrow?
It'll be all the fun in the world. Welcome to How Do You Say Yarrows? So we are in an exciting topic today because it's not looking to the future. Oh, although that could be a fun one too. What do we hope for the future?
Oh, I love it.
Noted ding dong botching.
Noted.
But here, what do we miss? About things that used to be,
What
but
did
no
I
longer
miss?
are. Oh, great song from Hamilton.
Thank you.
So, may I kick us off?
Please.
I miss Blockbuster.
Aw.
Now, yet again, now, is Netflix and Hulu more convenient? 1,000%.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
No questions about that. But I think the big challenge is it's not as convenient for browsing. You only see the titles of movies, and it's like, oh, okay, like reading the description or having something. It does not feel as egalitarian.
Yeah.
Now, I wasn't even a big Blockbuster person growing up, though, to be fair.
Really?
And no, but I did love the option. In high school, it was a bit more. And it was like, oh, this was just great that I could go and look. Because I'll throw it out. You want to know the category I often like going for?
Let me guess. Rom-com?
No, horror.
Oh, of course.
I
What am
love
thinking?
looking at for horror movies, and I thought Blockbuster really lended itself well to it. Because you're able to get more of a visual patada of it all.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Did you ever go on a date to Blockbuster?
Yo, absolutely.
Oh! No, what?
Well, I mean, it wasn't the whole date, but part of the date was going to Blockbuster.
Oh my gosh, no, you didn't!
Absolutely.
Wait, what? You have to share. What was it?
My dating life?
Like what happened? Like, did you guys meet at Blockbuster and look around as like part of the date and then bring the movie
Yeah, and then go
home?
watch the movie, yeah.
What? Did you drive her to there and then, or did you meet there?
This is like a normal
I need
thing
to
do.
know.
I just said yes.
What do you mean yes? Wait, she asked you?
No, I had a girlfriend. We would go pick out a movie.
Oh my gosh!
This is a normal part of life.
So you would go pick out a movie with this girl. How long would it take you to choose a movie?
Not too long.
I need to like have an estimate.
I honestly don't feel like I remember the answer.
You don't
to this.
know?
No, it was like 11 years ago.
Oh my gosh. Okay. And then you would go and watch a movie.
Yeah.
Wow. I never went on a date to Blockbuster.
Oh, you're missing out.
Which is actually really funny because you were younger than I when Blockbuster.
And I feel like
all the Blockbuster years.
your sister worked at Blockbuster.
Well, my sister had dates at Blockbusters. That's why
I mean,
asked.
she might have had people come to Blockbuster to go on a date
She
with her.
did actually. Caitlin did. Caitlin had people come and ask her out at Blockbuster, and she worked there, so like coworkers, obviously, you know.
Oh yeah,
asked her out. But no, I never went to Blockbuster with a guy. I went with my friends all the time.
Yeah, no,
I was
it's
just curious about that. Okay.
There's one still that we could go to as like a married couple as like a retreat, I guess. It's across the country. I think it's like in, oh gosh, maybe Idaho?
Nah.
Huh?
Maybe. I don't know.
I feel like
Whatever. If we end up there, it'd be cool.
yeah, the last
I'd be
Blockbuster
interested.
in the world.
I would be interested to go through a Blockbuster with you. I think we would never leave with a movie.
No. Given the speediness that we choose something on net,
Yeah.
So for those that have listened, Gabby and I have radically different tastes in many
Right.
ways.
Yeah, we do.
It's a very.
We did not know this actually before marriage. I feel like we did not really know because
What?
we never really chose movies together. Really, before we didn't have that opportunity. Like if things were on when we were at the house with people, we would watch it and like join in. But we never really watched movies alone. We didn't watch shows together.
Well, and it wasn't like we were being weird and not doing it. It was just often we didn't have the time or we were doing other things.
Yeah, we were just
and it
doing
was
other
like,
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so Gabby and I have shared some interests. But
Absolutely.
unfortunately, I'm very different interested than her whole family.
That's okay.
Yeah, it is.
No, we find things to watch, but yeah, we have a lot of very different interests in it.
Yeah.
So go on about Blockbuster.
No,
Sorry to interrupt.
I missed the opportunity. I missed the selection. And it would just be something that I would love to have back of like, almost like, can Netflix have this where you could go check it out? And I know it's not going to ever work. I know it's not realistic. The world has moved on.
A pop-up Blockbuster.
Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing.
Whoa, people would totally go to that. I mean, it's so superfluous at this point.
But you need thousands of movies to make it worthwhile. Like,
that's the problem. People are so used to variety now.
Well, but even then, I don't want like a 20 movie selection. The reason I loved it is pure excess.
I know.
It's like going to a buffet for the mind here. So that's That's kind of where I land. I miss the physical Blockbuster. What about-
I have to echo it because I loved Blockbuster so very much.
Continue straight.
I
Then use the
loved,
right lane to
we
take a
would go
slight right
in
turn to
and
merge into
I just thought it was a
18
fun
right
activity, like in itself. So I would be totally fine walking around with my family or with my friends. We could be in there easy an hour.
Use the right lane
Oh,
to
that
take a
sounds-
right turn to
that
merge
sounds
I
into
know.
tough to
That's
me.
why
That's-
I don't think that would work for you.
No.
But me and my friends, we would go around, or me and my siblings, and like my dad or my mom, whatever. We would go around because you know why? Because for me, it was also like a library. Because I would go around and I would read the backs of all the movie backs.
You see, my challenge would be I'd do that
Take a slight right
privately
turn.
maybe. But my
How would you do it privately back
I would
then?
go on my own.
But how?
I would drive and go on my own.
Oh. Well, okay.
So I think
Well,
the
like
challenge.
do like prior research, like literally go there and read it up.
Possibly.
But the whole fun part was like I go over here and I find like it's like you're finding like a treasure. Like
Oh.
I found this movie that no one saw the back to, and I read it and like yelled out. I'm like, guys, this sounds great, and I like tell them the quick synopsis, and they're like, oh, that's terrible, or oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So you're like discovering things
no,
all over together.
Oh, but like on a certain point, maybe it's just me being older now. I'd be thinking like, oh, we got to get back to watch this movie. We're running out of time.
Well, that's the thing. We would go early.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't late night, like whatever. We would go knowing that we kind of enjoy that whole thing.
Yeah.
And like walk around,
Oh, that's
explore all the
fun.
movies. Because also, if you think about it, when we were younger, like we weren't going online and looking at what movies are out. I mean, we probably
good
had
point.
some idea like, oh, this new movie's going to be at Blockbuster, but otherwise it was all new to us. So we're
It's
just
a whole new world.
Yeah, we're just reading all the backs of all these movies, looking at the pictures.
Oh, it's so fun.
I walk around the candy aisle. I never buy any of the candy because it's so
No,
expensive.
yeah. You're not allowed to touch the candy.
Yeah,
in the
but just
candy.
look at it.
Oh.
Yeah, so
love
I
it.
just love that. That's
Aw.
yeah.
I'd love
And-
to see you in a Blockbuster.
Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. And then when Blockbuster went, bye-bye,
Yeah.
I was in college and we found out, and me and my friends and my dad went, and everything, it was $1 a movie.
Oh, such a good
So
deal.
we went and like went crazy and bought like all these movies or
Yeah.
whatever. It was just so
Oh,
fun.
I love that.
I
That's
know.
that's a good
Fun.
place for a clearance sale right there.
Good times. Good
Holla.
times. Yeah.
Ooh, so what do you miss?
What do I miss? Oh my goodness. That got me thinking about Blockbuster.
Album?
Okay. So, this is tough. So we're saying things that don't exist, or are we just saying like things we miss in life? We're saying things that don't exist.
Yeah, things that like things that we don't have the option for anymore.
Man, this is tough. I don't know. I have to think about it again. Do you have another one already?
Oh, I do.
Okay, why don't you share that?
Yep, I miss getting a USA Today newspaper at the hotel. And I know this is I know that this is an old-timey thing, but I love this as a kid. Like, I remember being at Ocean City, Maryland, and reading the USA Today when I was 8 or 9 on the beach. And I loved it. Honestly, now to be fair, I'd prefer the Wall Street Journal.
Okay.
New York Times wouldn't be bad. I'd be very happy about the USA Today, too.
Yeah,
Wall
yeah.
Street Journal, looking for a sponsor. I'd take a digital subscription as well. But a physical one was so fun to have. I loved having it out, just being up to date on current world events. And now hotels have them down in the lobby. They're on the table. They have 4 or 5, but they're spread out. They're butchered. They're cannibalized. Everybody's looking at them and piecing them. And no, I want my own USA Today on my door. Crisp, clean. Nobody else is defiling it, and I can tuck it away in my backpack so I can take it to the beach without feeling bad.
It's very cool.
Oh,
It's a very cool move.
I love a good physical newspaper.
I love that.
And I like a digital one too. I'm not against it either, but there is something nice on vacation, especially if like I don't have to look at my phone to get the news.
I also think people look cool reading a newspaper.
Oh, absolutely. It looks like you got yourself together.
It does.
Yeah, honestly, if you're not bright, if you're not being me, but if you know you're not the brightest bulb in the socket and you listen to this podcast,
Hold a newspaper.
carry a newspaper around
Oh
with
my
you.
gosh, absolutely.
Yeah. Honestly,
Do you think it's like the equivalent of, how movies like put glasses on people to
Absolutely.
make them look smart?
Yep.
Like go into a coffee shop and just have a newspaper by you.
Yep. It
They'll look
shows.
so smart.
Oh yeah, all the old people will think, man, this kid got.
They'll come over and give you a real handshake.
Yeah. Son. You're a Wall Street Journal man. Must be or International Business IBD, International Business Daily, I believe. Oh, you're stock investing. Oh yes. Do you wanna? Yeah. It's a good way.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that jogged my memory of one that I do miss. I miss Saturday morning cartoons.
Oh, good stuff.
Now, I know it doesn't strictly not exist
No,
anymore,
but it
I
counts.
guess.
It counts.
But, so in the same realm, I miss, and I think they go together, Saturday morning cartoons and TGIF.
Oh, yep.
Do you remember TGIF?
Oh, I remember Nick at Night, really. Those,
Yes.
Yeah.
So all the young people, TGIF was Thank God It's Friday.
Yep.
And it would come on, and it was a series of shows, and I think it was Boy Meets World. Was Seventh Heaven? No.
Actually, I don't know that. I was more of a Nickelodeon person.
Oh, Nickelodeon person.
But I do know that every Friday night and Saturday morning there would be this like online, or there'd be this compilation of cartoons or shows.
Well, that was Saturday morning cartoons,
Yeah.
Definitely. Cartoon Network is what I was thinking of.
Oh,
but,
okay, yeah.
I don't remember who exactly I would watch, but I would always watch. So TGIF. I mean, I never we would always. It was so fun because it was like you always had plans on Friday night.
Yep.
Like, even if you didn't have specific plans, it was like, oh, what are you going to do Friday night? Obviously, TGIF. And that's what we would say to each other. Like, people said, because the program or whatever, the series of shows was called TGIF.
Yeah.
And that was typical, you know? People would be like, oh, cool. Like, me too, or whatever.
Yeah, keep
and
me
you would
posted.
watch that series of shows, and you had plans. Like, you had plans for the night, and they were shows that were, like, perfect for, like, our level, really adorable, like, clean, but fun. And then Saturday morning cartoons, that was one where, like, I watched cartoons, like, I mean, definitely through middle school.
Oh, yeah. I watched him as a teenager still, too.
I would have watched them as a teenager, but the timing was off sometimes, like, for when I would leave to school.
Sure.
It was, like, too early. But I was so glad that my brother was younger, and, like, he would put on the cartoons. So when he, like, I would just, like, sit and eat breakfast with him and be like, oh, I guess I'll watch it. But, like, obviously I wanted to watch it. But I was saying, like, oh, I could watch it because, like, Liam's watching it.
Yeah.
But I would look forward to it. In particular, we didn't have cable, but even without cable, like just the basic TV, because we didn't have cable growing up my whole life. Basic TV always had like good cartoons on Saturday morning.
Oh yeah, because you'd still have like the Disney Channel or like ACBS,
I don't even. They would all come
local
on.
Ones. Yeah.
And you had like the really good stuff and like the good superhero ones.
Did you
would
watch
come
the
on.
Recess or the Weekenders?
I loved them. Loved them. So good.
Fillmore?
I didn't watch that. Hey
That's
Arnold.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I only watched Hey Arnold when we had access to it.
Yep.
Pepper Ann.
Never really watched Pepper Ann.
I love Pepper Ann. Doug.
Yeah.
I actually didn't like Hey Arnold that much. It was just like iconic at the point.
Yeah.
But Recess, we love Recess.
Oh yeah, Recess was. Yep, we're good.
So yeah, I loved all of that. So and I kind of say I claim that our cartoons growing up were way better than the ones that kids have now.
I think there is something to that. I don't think Nickelodeon has kept it up quite as much as they used to.
Yeah.
Or at least going on that. Yeah, there's not as much of a culture, I think, around it. Because I think there's a lot of pressure to really have these shows because you had it. Kind of building off of the cartoon theme.
Yeah.
You know what I miss in this?
Oh, what?
I miss the cartoon, like, TV Christmas specials.
Oh my
I have
word.
not watched those because it'd be like, but to me, I'm thinking like Nickelodeon in particular used to have like a whole month of them.
Yeah.
So it'd be Hey Arnold. I love the Fairly Odd
Oh,
Parents.
Fairly Odd Parents. So
yeah.
good.
I bet we could still find that.
Yeah.
That could be fun for this Christmas. We're gonna go through all of the classic cartoons.
I love that idea.
We got to look through this.
Such a good
But
idea.
yeah, I loved that whole month of like I really looked forward to that of like, oh, I get to see all these classics and they were good every year.
And our cartoons growing up, like they were kid themes, you know, and they were good. They're all, of course, the morals and everything. But like nowadays, I just feel like the cartoons, like they're getting way too old for the kids. I don't feel like they're always developmentally appropriate. I just don't
She's a
feel
school
like they're
psychologist.
as good. But you know,
Yeah.
if you guys know some really good child cartoons, I'm totally open to hearing it. But I do not think they're as good as the ones we grew up on.
No. Well, I think
nostalgic.
I think there's a loss of whimsy too, of like not in a way that there's some good things with political correctness of like okay, being more cognizant of like some
more
joke.
sensitive, right.
Yeah, some things are not appropriate.
Yeah.
But I do think there's a sense of like okay, some of the whimsy from the previous generation is gone.
I miss them. I miss them for sure. Do you have another one? I have one more.
Those were my two. What do you got? What's round three?
Well, this is my second, I think.
Oh,
but,
I'm sorry. What? I did interrupt. Yeah.
Okay, I just thought of it. So when you were growing up, when you did like state testing in school, did they give you a snack?
Our teachers, our teachers paid for it themselves.
Wow.
Yes.
That's very nice of them.
that, yeah, they were very on point. I don't believe they gave us a snack otherwise, though.
Okay, so when we were growing up,
5.3 miles,
we
turn
had
left onto Ocean
definitely in
Boulevard
Langtree School. I feel like it might have stopped in middle school, but we used to get, whenever we would do that state testing that everyone had to do, we would get a snack, and we would have those little juice boxes that look like a milk carton, but they're like orange, like high C orange juice or whatever, like very intense. So
Yeah.
we would have that like intense orange drink.
Oh, yeah, I love the
Do you
orange.
remember the orange drink?
Everybody.
Did you guys have that in Pennsylvania?
Everybody had orange drink.
Oh my
We're
god.
not in the backwater parts of the world.
No, but for state testing, did you have it?
No, we just had orange drink regularly.
Oh, no, okay. But we got, like, specifically, everyone got that
Yeah, we
drink.
might have had that. I
Do you
can't remember.
it? We had that little, like, looks like a milk carton, but it's like this intense orange drink.
Yeah.
And then we would have some kind of snack. You
Yeah.
know, like, I don't know, they would, you know, put popcorn out or whatever.
Oh,
whatever
fun.
the salty snack is.
Yeah.
And I would always look forward to that because it's like you do this whole day of testing, and I never knew what the testing was for. I was just like, whatever, I'm doing this testing.
Yeah.
But, you know, it was such like it's a simple reward, but it was and it made it so fun. And all of us, like, I remember talking to all my friends, we all looked forward to that ridiculous snack.
Yeah.
But we just were like, yeah, like it's orange drink time.
Aw.
And when we moved over to the middle school, they had stopped it. I don't think they had stopped it entirely at that point, but it was just because you're in middle school, you don't get it anymore. And all of us were so sad as middle schoolers because we wanted the snack. You're still doing all the hours of
Yep.
testing. In fact, you're doing more, but we lost the snack. And as a kid, we were really motivated by that snack.
That's fair.
And now in school, I mean, it doesn't happen at all because of all the regulations of food
Yeah,
and drink
oh.
and forget it. I mean, forget the masking anyway. I mean, that's another factor. But even before the masking,
Yeah.
you know, they stopped the whole, you know, snack
Yeah.
after testing. And I do miss that. I
That's
just thought
fair.
it was such a nice reward.
Oh, you know, it did help.
Yeah.
It was a good bribe, too.
It was. Oh, bring them all
Yeah.
back.
Oh, well, thanks for joining us on How
Yes.
Do You Say Yaris? We'll see you later.
Yay!